Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is in the Bama middleweight division. Please welcome your first fighter to the ring. He is from Swansea in South Wales, Johnny Phillips.
Right, so here we are, Bama, the fighting premiership, and we're at the middleweight challenge, the first semi-final. Johnny Phillips coming to the cage, Rob, and if ever there was the term, he's a banger, it was invented for this young man.
That's right, he has phenomenal hands. They're so powerful and so quick. This guy is probably one of the most devastating middleweight strikers there is.
Again, lots of tattoos there. I mean, a lot of ink on the guys tonight, isn't there? And some awesome, oh my word, that scared me. He almost came flying through that. I just saw Dave O'Donnell, of course, a martial arts legend. He said, watch this one, Christian. This is going to be some fight as well.
Now let us welcome your second fighter to the ring. He is from Harrow in Essex, Denniston, Mad Max Sutherland.
And Robbie, it's very interesting here because Denniston really coming down the weight. We've seen him fight at heavyweight.
That's right, he's dropped down to his newfound weight at 84 kilos. I mean, he may have lost a little bit of strength, but he's certainly still got some of his size. This is going to be an absolute war between these two men. Both guys can stand up, both guys can do it on the ground. I've got a feeling, though, we're not going to see it hit the ground too often. Both these guys are very, very well rounded. And of course, this is the first of our semi-final middleweight fights of tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your fighter in the red corner. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. He is fighting out of Gracie Barha and Predators Gym from Swansea in South Wales. One more time for Johnny Phillips. Now let us welcome your fighter in the blue corner. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. He is fighting out of Team Crossface and is from Harrow in Essex. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Denniston, Mad Max Sutherland.
So again, we look at the tail of the tape, and once again we have the more mature man, 36, against the 24-year-old youngster. Not much indifference everywhere else, though, guys.
No, I mean, these are quite closely matched guys. The record's not really much in it. Age difference is where at, but it's going to. I think it's going to be who's got the biggest power tonight, to be honest, between these two. I would be stunned if this goes to distance. I said that in the last fight as well, so Lord's averages, I might get this one right.
Rob, yourself?
We go 3-5.
I think we're going to see some fireworks. Both these guys are phenomenal athletes, and you can see the stare down. They haven't taken their eyes off of one another since they hit their corners. They both know this. You know, there's a lot on the line in here tonight.
I'd have been tapping out there with those eyes.
Yeah, me too, mate. That was the most intimidating stare down the night, wasn't it? Seriously.
Quick submission. So here we go. First middleweight semi-final fight of the night. Denniston Sutherland, John Phillips.
Here we go then, guys. You ready? You ready? Let's fight.
Here we go. And again, Johnny Phillips there in that southpaw stance with the right hand forward. And as we saw before, Christian, mutual respect, looking to work the way in, because they know they both carry power.
They can. Look, it's already straight on the ground. You know, Denniston just managed to take the top position there when they fell.
And Rob, do you think it's a sensible tactic, knowing the way Phillips bangs?
I'm quite surprised that John Phillips was the one that initiated the takedown. I thought he would have been a lot more comfortable keeping it upright. You could see as the guys came together, John Phillips threw a combination of about 3 or 4 shots. It didn't land very cleanly, but it just showed the pace that he has in his hands.
And again, Denniston looking for position here. And coming down from heavyweight, will his strength tell here on the ground, do you think, Christian?
We're going to see. You know, he's looking pretty strong on the mat. Wow, nice reversal. That was slick. I love that.
And Rob, as we said before, he's been working on his ground game, Johnny Phillips, to make sure he's not a one-trick pony, and I think we saw there that ability.
That's right. Right now he's looking for a choke. tries to work in the guillotine, doesn't get it, makes a good transition and changes position, trying to push Denniston away from himself. And if you watch, as these two men break, if they do break from this position, you can expect Johnny Phillips to fire his hands very, very quickly. Good work by Johnny Phillips again, wins the takedown, forces his man down, tries to find a good position to posture from.
And Christian Denniston was pushed right up against the cage there. He's managed to move a little bit, but again, dangerous times when you know someone like that with that punching power.
Absolutely.
But a reversal again. Rob, not quite the start we expected.
Definitely not. This fight at the moment's going up and down, both guys in top position, changing positions. Very, very exciting fight at the moment.
And Christian, we've seen this before. When both people are known for punches, the opponent also knows. So sometimes the thing we expect is the last thing they're going to do because they both know of each other's reputation.
Exactly, these aren't two fools. You know, they both know that both of them have got the knockout power, and they know that about each other as well. So which is why, I guess at the moment they're fighting a very close fight. This is a very physical fight. This is more wrestling than striking.
That's right, I was going to say there's hardly a punch been thrown. Both guys have just wrestled for position, jostled back and forth. And now it's John Phillips on top position, half guard, trying to fire at that big right hand.
You do feel, though, that if a punch is going to be thrown, it's going to be thrown at the right time and it's going to be hurtful.
Yeah, without that, Johnny Phillips now trying to work his way almost to the back of Denniston Sutherland, but finds himself inside Denniston Sutherland's guard.
And Christian, it seems that the natural middleweight is the stronger man at the moment.
Yeah, it does, it really does. Now they're back. Oh!
And that was close, that left hand from Phillips.
Phillips seems to be in trouble as both men went flat there. Didn't seem to react very quickly.
You're right, Rob, I think he's stunned.
He's out. I think he hit his head when he went down like that and he slammed him down. He hit his head really hard on the canvas.
There was no reaction from John Phillips as he lay flat, and now he seems in trouble as Denniston Sutherland fires away with shots.
He's tapped. What a shot. His shoulder's gone. He's saying his shoulder's gone.
Yeah, I think his shoulder's shoulder about his socket.
Yeah. It was from that fall, as we said. We saw him go limp. That's the reason why.
There, poor guy.
Yeah, he went flat to ground, and you know, I thought it instantly strange that there wasn't much movement from him, any defensive movement. It seems like he's definitely dislocated his shoulder or done his shoulder a mischief. Tried to continue to fight, obviously the pain's kicked in, and he's realised how damaging it is.
Very, very frustrating for him, that is, to have the fight end like that. You could see his frustration there. He's really upset. That's a real shame for a fight to end that way.
Yes, the medics are in there nice and quickly, but it means that Sutherland is going into the final. But here we go, Rob. He's going well for it. It's all working for Phillips at the moment. And then you can see the trouble he's in now.
Yeah, that's right. Denniston really started to fire shots. Phillips unable to really defend himself. His shoulder in trouble, and you can see he's wincing. The pain's there, he just taps out of pure frustration. But you could see it was the last thing he wanted to do.
That's right.
He wanted to be in there for the distance, and now the frustration so blatantly obvious. So Denniston Sutherland moves on to the next round, the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 minutes, 22 seconds of the first round, we have a winner. Due to tap out from ground and pound, let me hear it for Denniston, Mad Max Sutherland.
Okay, let's give a big round of applause as well in the ring as well for, let's show a bit of respect for John as well. That's a tough end to the fight too. Big round of applause as well, and a lot of pain for his shoulder there. Okay, Denniston, how do you feel then? You came down to this weight. How do you feel in that fight?
I felt strong in the fight. I was in a bit of trouble. John took me down, which I didn't expect, and he came with a wicked body shot, which I had to recover from for a little bit. But I did. I think I recovered well, and then I got him a nice throw, which landed him on the shoulder and popped his shoulder. So unfortunate for him, but good for me.
He's just leaving the cage right now, getting a standing ovation. That's a tough way for the fight to end for anybody. Did you feel the shoulder go? Did you know he was in trouble?
No, I saw him wince as soon as he landed. So as soon as I started turning, he was trying to, I think, give up from the minute he landed. So I just turned him over and started ground and pound.
So look, you're through to the final. How's that make you feel? You feeling confident?
Yeah, definitely. I'll take a lot more time off work this time to to get ready for John. I'm predicting the fight, but I know who's going to win this next fight. So I'd like to be ready for him.
Well, I don't know about John needing gas and air to have his shoulder put back in. Me just watching that right now, Phil, I need a little bit. Always a painful thing dislocating any part of your body. It's not the way John would have wanted to.